Hi guys! Welcome back to Macaroon. I am Joanna, and in this video we're going to play a game which I'm sure no one's heard of before, and it's called Which Slime Are You? So all you have to do is give this video a thumbs up, and the last 2 digits of the number you get is going to be your slime. If you happen to get a number larger than 20, then simply add the 2 digits together to get your final score. If you actually get 00, then you're going to be egg slime, and I've linked a separate video for that down below. And of course, don't forget to leave a comment down below with the slime that you get, because there are so many crazy ones in this video. So you could end up being gold leaf slime, diamond slime, or maybe chicken nugget slime. And if you're wondering about my t-shirts, then this is actually part of my new merchandise collection at Crowdmade, and it's the first range of t-shirts designed only for slime lovers. So if you want to check that out, then please click the link below. Before we get started, there's a quick message from the sponsors of this video, which is the game that I love to play called Best Fiends. Best Fiends is a free puzzle adventure game where you collect and build a team of fiends to defeat slugs by matching up same-colored objects. It's no secret that I love this game, and I've actually been playing it almost every single day for over a year. There's a lot of strategy involved, and you keep on finding out new tricks as you go along. As you can see here, I'm on level 366, and I've also completed most of the Fiend side quests. So starting today, you can watch the in-app premiere of a gorgeous animated short film called Visit Minutia, and then play the in-game Visit Minutia event where you can win massive rewards. Best Fiends is totally free to download and play, though you can speed up your progress using in-app purchases. And the good news is, if you download the game right now using my link below, then you'll also get $5 worth of gold and diamonds for free. So go ahead and give it a try. I can say from personal experience that you'll rarely find a free game that's this entertaining and fun to play. All of the slimes in this video were based on your amazing suggestions. Many things were mentioned more than once, so I tried my best to credit the first person who posted a particular idea. So remember to give this video a thumbs up, and then keep on watching to see which slime you get. So for this one, I decided to try something a bit different. First, I cut off the top of a fake rose, and then I hot glued it inside a plastic Easter egg. Then I filled up the surrounding space with clear slime. I think this looks really pretty, and it could be a nice way to package slime or just to use as room decor. Of course, it wasn't that fun to play with since the flower is fixed in place, but it was a surprisingly fun and aesthetic experiment. I'll be using supplies from solarcolordust.com for many of the slimes in this video. They make amazing stuff for crafting, and I couldn't wait to try out this black hollow glitter. I also added these chroma flakes, which are shimmery iridescent flakies, so the light can reflect off different sized particles. Not surprisingly, this slime turned out really well, and I filmed it here in direct sunlight so you can see the full holographic effect. The person who suggested this idea is very clever because you know I have a soft spot for everything hamster related. This is my hamster Pudding, who loves to eat, so she's not happy that I'm taking her food away for this video. This one is Fluffy, who's a robo hamster and a lot more shy. She lets me stroke her head, but she doesn't like being picked up. For this slime, I decided to use tea bags that work with cold water because I thought that might make it easier to transfer color and scent. I genuinely had high hopes for this one because it sounds like a great idea. However, I was quite disappointed when the slime started turning watery and foamy, and then it became an unexpected fail. The only upside is that it actually smells very nice, but I'm afraid you can't get that through the video. For this one, I obviously had to use all 60 Urban Decay Naked eyeshadows that we mixed together for this video here. First, I made 5 small slimes using all the eyeshadows from each Naked palette. Then I combined everything together. The shimmery eyeshadows turned the slime into a nice metallic color, and it was really nice to poke. This is Carefresh bedding, which is a paper-based substrate that hamsters love to dig through. I was really quite curious how this would react with clear slime. So it turns out that Carefresh bedding absorbs a lot of moisture and it turns the slime into a hard lump. This has quite an unusual texture, but it wasn't at all satisfying to play with. I was very excited to test out this idea since Lush shower jellies already have such a satisfying texture. However, I realized that the jellies are harder to pull apart than expected, and it doesn't blend that well into the slime. The more I tried mixing it, the foamier everything became until it just turned into a sticky mess. The worst part is that this mixture was incredibly difficult to clean up. Normal slimes will dissolve quite easily with soap and water, but this for some reason turned even stickier, and it literally took me 30 minutes to get everything off my table. So not surprisingly, this was my least favorite slime out of all the ones from this video. A lot of people have requested a remake of the rose gold slime from my very first slime video. So this time I started with a gold pigment, followed by copper and a tiny bit of pink food coloring. This ended up a bit too red, so I added a bunch of white luster dust, and this produced the perfect rose gold slime. The next slime idea is so bougie and I love it. I actually managed to get hold of Crystal Pixie, which is the newest and tiniest version of Swarovski crystals meant to be used for nail art. There's almost no way this slime could go wrong, so just sit back and enjoy. This is such a great comment, and I would have loved to try everything if I had more slime. But for this video, I decided to go with the lip gloss / lipstick idea. For this slime, I'm using the leftover 24 karat gold leaf that I bought for this lip balm DIY, though you can easily get cheaper versions online. I think this looks absolutely gorgeous, but this is definitely the most expensive slime to make, no matter what type of gold leaf you use, since there's no way you can extract the gold back out again. I assumed that you guys meant this type of magic snow, which contains a gel that expands in water. I was very excited to try it out because I've seen so many slimes that have this texture on Instagram. Just making the snow was incredibly satisfying to do. I added the slime and started mixing, but I was disappointed to see that everything started turning sticky. Thankfully, I managed to fix this using more slime activator. I love how the texture turned out, however I'm going to jazz it up even more using some color changing and pearly pigments. This blue to purple UV pigment from Solar Color Dust looks so aesthetic and it was incredible to play with. As a cleaning tip, if the fake snow gets everywhere, then simply leave it to dry and then you can sweep it up easily and just put it in the bin. Whatever you do, don't wash it down the sink, otherwise it'll just absorb the water and clog up your pipes. I can already guess that this slime is going to be very messy, so I'm going to make it on a plate. It turned out incredibly sticky, however it actually peels off your skin without leaving any residue. But it's definitely too soft to play with, and most surprisingly, it didn't smell as good as you might expect. This comment was so creative, and you guys thought so too, based on the number of upvotes. Since I already took so many screenshots for the different slime ideas, I simply compiled them into one image and then cut everything out. It feels like there's some sort of message behind the slime, like it should be making a statement about YouTubers, comments, haters, or social media. This was great fun to do, but of course it's not the most satisfying slime there is. I thought it might be interesting to try felting some wool into some slime. However, these two obviously didn't mix very well together. I also tried mixing wool directly into slime, and this made it less stretchy and more likely to rip. Last but not least, let's make some chicken nugget slime. I'm sure that many people are getting ready to write angry comments about wasting food, but please remember that I'm a YouTuber and it's my job to make weird videos that entertain people. And I really don't think that anyone would be interested in making this slime themselves. This is obviously not the best slime I've ever made, but it's definitely not as gross as I imagined. It didn't feel at all greasy or squishy, and most unexpectedly, the fried chicken smell wasn't bad when combined with slime. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this collection of weird and wonderful slimes. Don't forget to leave a comment with the number of slime that you got, and be sure to check out the game Best Fiends, which I've also linked below. So until next time.